Reading from, excuse me, the Science of Mind magazine daily guides. And they are this month by Mary Davis. I keep saying Mary, it's actually Mary Davis to give her full title. She's entitled this one, A Few Words Can Change Everything. A Few Words Can Change Everything. First quote is from Sharon Salzberg. I had to look her up because I didn't know about her. She is apparently an author and a teacher of Buddhist meditation practice in the West. And in 1974, she co-founded the Insight Meditation Society at Bar, Massachusetts with Jack Kornfield, who I'm sure you've heard of, and Joseph Goldstein. So there you are. That is Sharon Salzberg. But more importantly, what did she say? Or just as importantly, she said, an ordinary favor that we do for someone, or any compassionate reaching out, may be planting a seed we can't see right now. And Ernest Holmes, carrying on with the planting theme, said, plant love in your garden. Kindness and sympathy flow from the heart of love, and human kindness follows divine realization at every turn in life's road. And this is what Mary Davis had to say. Our words carry the power of creation. Once planted in the heart of another, our words germinate into new buds that grow endlessly into the future. If we want to create a more beautiful world, we can start close to home by planting seeds of kind words in the small moments of this day. It's easy to underestimate the impact of our words. Just this morning, someone took time out of her busy life to write a few short lines letting me know that I had a positive effect on her during a difficult time. Those words of kindness were a gift to me, shifting my energy and lifting my spirits. A few words can change. A few words did change my morning. Every day we have the ability to improve the life of someone else. That's an important ministry. Kind words are a gift of healing, Tiny Guru said. Tiny Guru, I think, is actually a company, but maybe not. That's what came up when I researched it. Then Mary Davis says, just imagine a short text or a call has the potential to heal or to lift, to guide or to encourage, to love or to enlighten, to strengthen or empower. As mystic Charles Fillmore wrote, words are also seeds, and when dropped into the invisible spiritual substance, they grow and bring forth after their kind. Charles Fillmore, along with his wife Myrtle, well, actually, the two of them were the founders of Unity. It was Unity Church of Christianity. It's now Unity. It's a new thought group, very similar to Science of Mind. Very, very similar. Mary Davis goes on to say, today each of us contributes to the garden of the future. If we don't see the results of our actions, no kind word is ever wasted. Even then, we leave the world a more beautiful, loving place when we sow kind seeds freely, and every act of kindness plants the seed. You know, words do make a big difference. And I saw that yesterday in a meditation. I did meditation, but it's not what I mean. A mediation I did. And we were explaining, myself and an attorney, were explaining to one of the participants that depending on how you phrase your words when you're speaking about the other person and how you phrase what you offer them, in a negotiation, a mediation is a negotiation, can make all the difference between a positive outcome or a negative outcome. So it's as simple as that. And it was really stark yesterday. And the attorney I was working with is really smart, and he got people to rephrase things in ways that didn't offend the other party and actually helped to bring things to a good conclusion. We ended up agreeing and signing a mediation settlement agreement. So words can make a big difference. So just remember that. And thoughts can make a big difference as well, because what you're thinking is going into the universal subjective mind. The universal subjective mind, though, unlike human beings, doesn't judge. It takes what you give it and it uses it. And the more energy by way of emotion that you put in there, the more quickly things begin to happen. But words are incredibly important. So I got an aunt she was a very nice lady. She was my mother's brother's wife. But she prided herself on being blunt and to the point, and really way more than blunt, because she didn't realize the impact her words were having. When my mother died, I was actually downtown in Houston at work. I got a phone call, and she was on the phone with another aunt. And instead of saying, "Hey, David, we're sorry to tell you that your mother passed away today," she said, "We want you here right now. Your mother's dead." And that was the end of the message. So how you phrase things can make a big difference. That did not make me feel good at all. I mean, hearing my mother pass away wouldn't anyway, but the way it was expressed to me, I think was kind of cruel. But anyway, there you are. But the opposite's also true when you speak good words to somebody. My wife will do that, going around a store when we're shopping at our local grocery store or Sam's or Costco or somewhere, and she'll say to people, "Oh, that's a lovely dress," or, "Oh, what a beautiful baby." She actually goes out of her way to compliment people, make them feel good. You can see the smile on their face right away. It makes a huge difference. And every person thinking good and feeling good helps the whole human race. And to prove it, here is our affirmation for the day. Through generous words of kindness and encouragement, I sow seeds of compassion in the garden of a more loving future. So through generous words of kindness and encouragement, I sow seeds of compassion in the garden of a more loving future. So there you are. Tomorrow, look out for two things on Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page. One is Midday Meditation, Daniel Mercadal, one of our practitioners. And earlier in the day at 9:15, Reverend Lisa Ryan, one of my ministers there, who will be doing a reading. I forget what she's reading from right now, but she's good. She interprets things very well. And hopefully I'll be back around about 5 o'clock tomorrow. But during the day, life gets in the way, and I cannot always guarantee 5. My prayer for everyone is that each of us realizes the impact our words have. And I'm knowing that each of us uses compassion in the way that we address and speak to other people. And I claim this as truth in that divine law that always says yes. And in gratitude, I release my word, calling it done. And so it is.